Hey y'all, this podcast contains potentially disturbing content. Our show includes graphic references to topics such as sexual abuse, self-harm, violence, eating disorders, explicit language, and sexual acts. Listener discretion is advised. This show is for mature audiences only.
Good morning and welcome back to another episode of the Queer LBC podcast. I'm your host, Nino. My pronouns are he, him. Thank you for asking. I have with me here my fabulous cohorts.
Yo, it's me, Christophe, your city top liaison. My pronouns are he, him, and that motherfucker.
Dr. Mikey here, your local licensed and practicing therapist for entertainment purposes only. My pronouns are he, she, all of them. So what's the tea, sis?
The tea is Today in Gay. Supreme Court rules against Colorado's ban on conversion therapy aimed at LGBTQ plus youth. Chicago Bulls cut Jaden Ivey after former top 5 NBA draft pick posts anti-LGBTQ plus remarks. Today in Trans, new data shows vast majority of Americans support trans rights. Today in Trans, happy Trans Awareness Day.
International trans.
Also in Trans, God made trans people billboards pop up in Kansas. Also in Trans, transgender military community gathers to honor its own as Trump's ban grinds forward. Today in Scotland could be the first country to end HIV transmission. Also in Florida passed a law to bring back HIV funding. Do any of you queens know about any of these things?
I don't per se, but I've seen the post of Jaden Ivey, former Bulls player. So according to CBC Sports, Ivey posted nearly hour-long rant on Instagram on Monday sharing anti-LGBTQ sentiments among other remarks. Ivey have posted several lengthy rants on social media over the last few days, talking primarily about his religion. In his most recent post shared to Instagram on Monday morning, Ivey discussed how the NBA celebrating Pride Month is unrighteousness. Okay. After joining the Bulls, he told media a game February about how the old Jaden Ivey is dead now that Christ was in his life. So that's the only thing that article stated.
I don't know nothing about no foosball.
Right? That's better than I could do, so I'm not going to talk shit on it.
No. I bet you we get outside and throw the ball at the court right now, you can make 8 shots.
I don't know about that. Stay tuned, y'all.
But no, it's just crazy. Like, you're worried about the wrong things. Like, just because
worry about your fibula. Right.
Just because the Bulls want to separate, the NBA want to celebrate Pride.
Yeah, I know, right?
See, now you unfortunately ain't got no job no more.
Right. Worry about.
See, you was worrying about the wrong things. And I'm quite sure, like, when these athletes get into these contracts with these sports teams, I'm quite sure they not having their team or their lawyers read over the fine print. Because I'm quite sure there's probably a clause where you can't talk bad about your boss in public. Them are your employers.
Not the NBA like being like more LGBT friendly than DreamWorks.
That's true though, right?
Right.
I mean,
NBA?
look at they're trying to make money off the gays. Like the whole Pride Month, like you don't think they sell, they make bank.
They show
alcohol, tickets,
They make
Pride
money off
night.
us, girl.
Yeah, so they're not trying to like
Right.
fuck up a whole like section of people they can make money from. So I think that's part of it, but I also hoping that there is some genuineness behind this. But I guess where I also struggle with this is like this idea of like cancel culture, and I don't mean that in the bad way, because I feel when people say cancel culture, they think you're talking about it in the bad way. Because I think like it's so carceral, where it's so like punishment based, like, oh, like you don't think like this, so you're excluded, which I think has probably its place in the movement in that, but at the same time we're just perpetuating and doing the same thing. Like we're punishing people for not having the same beliefs instead of like educating them, so I think it's where I struggle. It's like when are we carceral and exclude you from the community versus like, hey, you just need some like knowledge and to like be educated about this. You
What
know?
did he actually say?
I
That
mean-
we're an abomination or something? What?
I mean, the usual, they didn't state what he actually stated on his Instagram, but I heard like a little clip of it, and it was just rambling about like, oh, like how the Bulls or the NBA support Pride Month. They have a whole Pride Month, and it's just unrighteous. It's not Christ-like. But also in that article, he mentioned that, like, I'm assuming from his wording, he said that, like, I mean, the old me is dead now that I have Christ in my life.
Meaning what? Like,
Exactly. Like, what was you doing then?
Yeah,
that
were you gay
made
back then?
you right? Was you out here in the streets? Like, what does that mean? Like, the old you, like, what happened, or who were you? What type of your character? Because what was your beliefs and your character like anyway? Before
like, is basketball Christ-like?
No.
Is the sport of basketball Christ-like? No. So it's like,
I mean, like,
it's just as worldly as homosexuality. So who fucking cares, bitch? Like, shut up.
Yeah, it was just like ridiculousness, because I'm also like, don't know who this person was beforehand, and I'm not gonna know him after this episode come out. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about sports, but Doctor, you're saying that we shouldn't have canceled him.
I don't know, like that. I think that's where our struggle is, like the idea of like he's saying these things that are hurtful, harmful, and I think he should take accountability for it and he should be called out on it. But where do we kind of draw a line of, not draw a line, but where do we have conversations about like this person got fired, like this punishment behind it, because it's still very carceral, still very like you did something wrong, so here's this punishment you get, and it affects livelihood, which I understand, but like, what is there something to do before that?
Like, we should have like a learning moment for him,
right?
Well, I mean, maybe, I don't know, because it's like, if it was about race, would we have the same like forgiveness? Like, what if like it was like a white person being like, black people really suck, and I don't know why we're supporting the.
He wouldn't have been fired though.
That part. It was literally.
So he wouldn't have been fired.
Yeah, he would have got an education probably, and they wouldn't have fired him.
So I do understand what you're saying, Dr. Mikey. I do believe that aspect of it. However, I think that it is very detrimental, because I believe the Bulls use this as a scapegoat to do so, to fire him. You know what I mean? So I believe that's what that was. That they used that post to
as an
dignify the reason for cutting him, but they really wanted to cut him because he wasn't even putting no numbers in. But they use this as a scapegoat.
Fortunate mistake.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I see what you're saying also, because it's like, if you are him, then you aren't learning that like gays are gonna be good. You just like, oh, now I hate them more because I lost my job because of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Where do you go with that?
Yeah, but I think the hard part about like accountability, holding people accountable, is also they need to be open to it. So would he have even wanted to listen, right? Being that it is so his religion, and he's like so obviously indoctrinated, where he's a whole new person compared to who he was before he
exactly not, like, I want to, that's what's
all that shit I did before, it doesn't matter anymore. All those girls
but not even that. I'm not even thinking about sexually, or I'm thinking about mentally, as a character, as a human being. I'm talking about like, who were you as a person? You know what I'm saying? Like, how was you walking through life? But if that old you was dead, then why we got this old raggedy motherfucker then, if you got Christ in your life?
Do better.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you judging?
I'm like, because I'm quite sure it said it in the book. I don't know what Christ you Christ in, but
you know the Christ that these bitches be Christing. Yeah. It's the Christmas Christ. That's it. Well, something worse happened.
The Supreme Court?
The Supreme Court from NBC News.
Wild.
By Lawrence Hurley. In a blow to LGBTQ rights, the Supreme Court on Tuesday ruled that Colorado's ban on conversion therapy aimed at youth struggling with their sexual orientation or gender identity violates the free speech rights of a conservative Christian therapist. Fuck you. The 8-1 decision in favor of therapist Haley Childs on her claim brought under the Constitution's First Amendment is likely to have national implications. More than 20 states have similar laws. It could also have an impact on other forms of medical treatment that involve speech. Where the fuck? Sorry, hold on. Where is this? Continue. Writing for the majority, Justice Neil Gorsuch said the First Amendment stands as a shield against any effort to endorse orthodoxy in thought or speech in this country. Colorado's law does not just ban physical interventions, Gorsuch wrote, it also censors speech based on viewpoint. In deciding the case, the court embraced Child's argument that the Colorado law banning conversion therapy regulates speech, not conduct. As Colorado had argued. As such, the measure is not like other healthcare regulations that focus on conduct, the court ruled. The case decided that on the Global Transgender Day of Visibility will now return to the lower courts. I hope this is a win for free speech. We'll feel a greater pursuit of truth, Childs told reporters after the ruling. Because of today's ruling, families will have more options and states won't be able to shut those options down, she added. Colorado Attorney General Phil Weiser, a Democrat who defended the law in court, said this in a statement. The ruling was a setback for Colorado's efforts to protect children and families from harmful, discredited mental health practices. Conversion therapy, favored by some religious conservatives, seeks to encourage gay or lesbian minors to identify as heterosexual and for transgendered children to identify as the gender assigned to them at birth. Colorado bans the practice for licensed therapists, not for religious entities or family members. What the fuck? The practice is widely discredited by medical organizations, including the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association, and the American Academy of Pediatrics. Conversion therapy is ineffective, research has found, and can be even harmful, increasing a risk of suicide among people subjected to it. Liberal Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson was the sole dissenter, taking the unusual step of reading a summary of her opinion to the courtroom. She focused on the distinction between speech and conduct. The Supreme Court has 6-3 conservative majority that has frequently ruled in favor of Christian conservatives who bring free speech cases that touch upon their religious beliefs. Jesus. What do you think about it, Doctor?
That's fucking wild. I can't believe that that's what they agreed. And first of all, it's a 6-3 split, but it was an 8-1 vote. So there was two supposedly liberal judges who voted along with conservatives. So first of all, and foremost, y'all can go figure it out. One of them was Sotomayor. I forgot who the other one was. Which I'm surprised by. But I think it is wild because there was like, oh, like, if you don't like gay people, fine. You get to say it. It sucks to hear. I think it's shitty to say, but you get to say it. Free speech, whatever. But for you to come in and have a client who says, I'm gay, and maybe they don't want to convert, and you feel you need to push this on them, like, to me, that's not free speech. You can say it's bad to be gay, but once you start doing behavioral interventions, like, that is no longer free speech to me. Like, you're literally forcing this person to do this. So that moves beyond free speech. So I think it's very interesting they're calling it that, because you use very real, like, aversion therapy techniques, which are very physical based, like pairing same-sex pleasure with pain and discomfort in order to, like, dislodge that or make you not want to do it, you know? Also, like, talk therapy, psychoanalysis, hypnosis. Like, I don't know. It's just very weird that they would go down that route and agree with it.
Like, we've already proven that it causes people to be suicidal. Yeah. So your free speech is to allow me to want to kill myself?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, and then it said for family members and religious people, not even for, like, the therapists? So I'm like, what the fuck? Why the hell are we letting family members do what interventions and conversion therapies?
Yeah, well, this one is targeting specifically like youth, right? So a youth can't go and sign themselves up for therapy. It would have to be the parents or someone who has like a legal guardianship over them of some sort. So these people are more likely to bring in their gay kids and be like, hey, they're gay, convert them. Versus if you're an adult and you get to make that choice for yourself, and you can give consent, for whatever reason. So I think that's what that's getting at, is that they can be brought in and forced into therapy and forced to do this as well.
That's fucking fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, it's wild because it's also a Supreme Court. So like it's a big ass ruling because like other states are going to start rolling with it.
But then it said that there's still no protections against them for getting a malpractice, like lawsuits against them.
Yeah, I mean,
because wouldn't you consider isn't that technically considered malpractice by performing it in the first place?
Well, yeah, because I think so, because each therapist is beholden to like the state governance, the board that's governing it, and there's state standards and there's also like national standards are set by like APA, but APA really has no power. They're more of like, this is the law of the land. Like, I'm not a part of APA, so like they can't give down punishments, but state boards can. So like a client who's being forced in can make a complaint against the state, and that leads to like an investigation and possible malpractice lawsuits from there. But that would require like people to make that complaint, people be able to do that portion of it. But I wonder, I don't know, but if I feel they're going to use this in order to avoid malpractice
suits,
lawsuits, because now there's a huge discrepancy between it.
That's so fucking wild.
Yeah. That's what I thought when I first heard it. Like, I feel like they doing this so that like we wouldn't be able to go after, or like when kids get older and they're able to like file a suit, that they wouldn't be able to bring it up. They wouldn't be able to, because it's covered under the Supreme Court law now. So it's like you can't file a suit, you can't bring it to the courts, but you know what your parents and this therapist or this conversion therapy did to you. And there's nothing, you have no way to fight it. Yeah, and I think, but there's so many loopholes around it too, because you don't have to be a therapist to come and do conversion therapy. Oh, that's also true. Like we have, you can like call yourself coaches, any damn thing, right? We can have, and you can probably still do. I'm sure it happens now. You can probably still perform the conversion therapy regardless. Life coach. What
the fuck?
Yeah, but it is a clear like ethical violation. Like conversion therapy does not fit into psychology. Like when the major tenet is like do no harm, and there is research saying that conversion therapy causes harm. So like if you practice it, then like you're violating ethics, and you have to make it make sense to say that this is not causing harm.
Well,
so ethically, really no doctor who cares about their practice is performing this.
I would hope not. Yeah, I would hope not. And I feel if someone's coming in conflicted about their sexuality or gender, the route isn't that it's bad, and the route is more of like de-shaming that, because people are conflicted about their gender and sexuality, not because they don't know who they are, it's because they get told and shamed for who they are. You know? So yeah, so in theory, ethical therapists are not practicing conversion therapy. It's not best practices. It causes harm to clients.
Now, let me ask you this. What do the medical board feels? Because don't you guys get like, reviewed or like able to renew your license? Do they, like, can somebody bring that up to the medical board to, I guess, investigate their practices?
Yeah. I mean, a client would have to just make a complaint with the state, and then they would investigate.
But is that like also like the little thin line of like they're not gonna be able to do nothing because it's the Supreme Court over it?
I mean, I think that's where it's going to be interesting in how it's applied, right? Because if someone's making a complaint about you doing conversion therapy, you technically can, according to the law, but ethically within the confines of your career, you're not supposed to because it's causing harm. It's not best practices.
Right.
So there's a discrepancy in
it.
legality versus ethics,
Mm.
you know? And so it's like, what's going to win? Probably the law.
Probably the law.
Probably the law.
The law always wins.
Yeah. But then that means that just because you can practice, that's where it becomes interesting, because then it's still ethical violation. And I think that would go through as ethical violation, but are these therapists then going to sue the state board for getting a violation on their license? Because that impacts your insurance rate, signing up for insurance. Like, it has implications when you have complaints on your license. But I think the legality of it may make it muddy, and people are going to maybe be able to have that workaround if they get complaints on their license for practicing conversion therapy.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's what my guess. That's what I'm interested in seeing.
Yeah, I want to see how. I mean, I wish I didn't have to see how it fucking play out.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's true.
Sucks.
And you know, I think in addition, like, I don't know, if you're a conservative therapist, you do not belong in this field. I will say that with my chest. Like, if you're conservative, go find another career, because if you're closed down, you're not willing to be open and to expand, and that is what clients and people need. And I think if you're conservative, you're highly indoctrinated, and you have a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Scotland could be the first country to end HIV transmission.
See, as always, not America.
Scotland is in a great position to become the first country in the world to end HIV cases, leading charities have said. However, they have warned that urgent action is needed for the next Scottish government to reach that goal by 2030. This is from Pink News, so that's good.
So what they're planning on to accomplish it, they want to roll out of opt-out HIV testing in emergency departments in HSS wards with the highest prevalence of HIV, and consideration for further expansion. A national rollout of online PrEP service building on the ongoing ePrEP clinic underway, and the implementation of Positive Voices survey of people living with HIV across all services in Scotland. Action to re-engage people not accessing life-saving HIV care is to be developed.
Go you, Scotland.
Put everyone on PrEP.
I mean, I guess it is 5.55 million people in Scotland.
Yeah, you thought there were like 5 people.
I mean, but like what? Just a couple of sheep herders.
Yeah.
I mean, don't we got more people in LA?
Yeah.
I mean, that's also true.
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, make it your goal, but make sure you have an
it's a beautiful
plan.
goal. Beautiful goal.
Have an action plan. It also involves not just focusing on the queer community, like we've talked about, right? Like, you need to rope in straight people, get them services, get everyone tested.
Mm-hmm.
Make it like a habit for everyone.
Right? Maybe those undiagnosed cases that y'all seem to know about for some reason. Maybe those are straight people.
Right. Why don't you do some pop-up like HIV testing at straight bars?
Right?
It should be everywhere.
Right?
That's also
numbers
true.
would probably go up if you fucking actually did that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Here's some other good news. New data shows vast majority of Americans support trans rights. From them. As bills aiming to push transgender people out of public life pass through state legislators nationwide, a new survey shows that most Americans, regardless of party, race, or gender, believe that trans people deserve equal protections. In a new survey, over 1,000 respondents, 85% of Americans believe that transgender people should have the same rights and protections as everyone else. The sentiment was agreed upon by 92% of Democrats and 76% of Republicans, and 87% of independents. The survey was conducted by research firm SSRS and funded by the Human Rights Campaign Foundation. I don't know. Over 1,000 respondents seems kind of small. The survey was conducted from February 20th to February 23rd with 1,032 respondents over the internet and via telephone with responses in English and Spanish.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I mean, that also aligns with the article we read last time for Quick Tea, where there's more acceptance of queer people in religious spaces.
That's true.
So, I mean, this also really highlights and makes a question of like, who are our elected officials representing if these are the stats and statistics that are being put out there?
Right?
Because it's not the word. It's not what people are saying or wanting or feeling, obviously.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Beyond.
But I think it's awesome that's the truth.
I'm glad. I mean, that makes sense, knowing somebody is going to have, hopefully, let you have more empathy for their humanity.
Right. But happy Trans Awareness Day, Trans Visibility Day.
Trans visibility.
Are y'all aware of trans people? I am.
I am.
Mhm.
I would say I have many trans friends now
That's
Beautiful.
good.
because of this podcast.
Oh. So what were you like before?
I mean,
What was the
Well,
character?
right. What was the character before this podcast?
it was the same, trans friendly. I just don't meet very many people.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
You wasn't very around a lot
Around
of
people.
trans community. I remember when I was in Cleveland, so I was hanging out when I first came out and whatnot, and there was a trans woman. She also performed pageantry in Cleveland. So, but we would hang like when we're out with the friends in Cleveland, we would hang out at the bars and whatnot, and this, that, and the other. And I'm just me. I'm gonna talk to anybody, hang out with you, have a good time, this, that, and the other. And so then, like, one day she just came up to me and she was like, and I think she asked me, she was like, oh, like, are you gay? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, okay. I just like, for some reason, I didn't know. But then also, because you always been so kind to me, but like, I never knew you was for the girls. Like, you knew the dolls. And I was like, and that's even before dolls is used now. I didn't know. I was like, just because I thought she was because she was in pageantry that she was a doll. Because she would always like wear big hair and crowns and whatnot. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah. I was like, I didn't even know you was trans. I just thought you was just a pageantry. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lipstick lezo, like a lesbian. I didn't know that you was a trans woman. But no, we still keep in contact and whatnot. But like, yeah, like that's how you should treat people of their character and all that other stuff. But like, yeah, always.
No, I've always been trans friendly. My ex had a trans sister, and I campaigned for her to her family for her because the mom was having like issues, and I basically like told her like what the tea was, and it like helped her.
Good.
So that was cool. But I don't keep in contact with her anymore because obviously that's my ex's sister.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, like,
and then there was
Dang it,
another
Christmas
girl that I
cards.
had worked with when I was working at Target, and this one guy, he had come up to me, and I guess he had accidentally misgendered her, and he was like, "Oh my God, what do I do?" And I was like, "You don't do anything." I was like, "You just ignore what you said and just address her as her next time, and don't make a big deal about it."
Yeah, apologize and then use the right pronouns. It's really that easy.
Yeah. So yeah, I've always been campaigning for the dolls.
I love that.
Even if like I
Nice.
didn't have one around me, like in my actual life.
Mm-hmm.
Or like seeing like in high school, like girls that you knew were more than just gay boys.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like being like, you're too shy. You don't want to talk to me.
What?
But yeah, I love the dolls. I am a doll supporter. Support the dolls. I'm gonna do it.
Save the dolls. Yeah, and I think that's why like Trans Visibility Day is important, because I think it's also time and moment to celebrate and highlight like trans joy. you know, because there is a lot going on. There's a lot not to be joyful about, but I think we also need to highlight the resiliency and also like the hard work trans people have done to get us our rights as queer people, as gay men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like without the trans community, y'all be set back a lot more in your rights.
Yeah. Like, because the trans community is so visible, you know what I mean? It forces them to have to deal with all the things that straight society does think about, like gay people,
Mm-hmm.
but it forces them to deal with it so much more immediately, I guess. And so that's why you have to give it up to trans people, because they're at the forefront. They're the Marines of the LGBTQ. They're the front lines. Like, they're the ones who are getting obliterated. So I like to thank all my trans friends and families out there.
Thank you.
That's true.
Moment of silence for our fallen sisters and brothers. Beautiful.
But another like good news, did y'all hear about the billboards that are popping up in Kansas?
Oh, I seen something like that.
There's billboards popping up saying God made trans people. And this is after the launch of that law that was revoking was it transients? State IDs. So I think that's beautiful, like some allyship.
Yeah, that's cool. Force those conservatives to fucking deal with it.
Right. Put it in their face. They got to see it.
Right? Literally. I mean, they put up those fucking Jesus fucking billboards. Right. And I have to see that shit. Why do you not have to see that trans people were also made by God? God does not make abominations, bitch.
That part, he is perfect in his own image. So why would he make something that ain't right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Logic.
Make it make sense, right? Always.
Did they say who was funding it?
Yeah, Mayday Health. They funded this 4-week campaign, and these signs are on major routes in Kansas City, Topeka, and Wichita. And Mayday Health provides resources for gender-affirming care, as well as mental health and financial support, as organizers push back against what they describe as a broader rollback of trans rights in the state. So y'all go look up Mayday Health, go support them, go donate, putting up these signs, offering financial resource to trans people. This is how we can support our brothers and sisters, how we fight back against the system.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm. That's really cool though. Like, and it's also really cool that it's an organization that is offered gender affirming care that is like putting this up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's right.
I mean, I am anti-imperialism, but I don't think trans people should be banned from making the choice of wanting to join the military or not. And obviously, it's just pure transphobia for them.
Yeah.
But I also think that this is what we need to be doing more. I think we as a community, we as BIPOC people need to find validation outside of white people and white gays, you know? And so if they're not going to do it, we need to do it for ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I try to pretend I'm trying to look at it from the point of view as if let's pretend it was like the Revolutionary War. And they were like, no, you can't come in here because you're trans. Then I would feel sad because you were actually fighting for something that was worth fighting for, as opposed to I need to be out there in Iran.
Yeah.
Where we're doing stupid shit for no fucking reason.
Just cause.
I get it. It is hard to right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. I mean, go you.
You support each other. Y'all need each other in that little community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In that world. For sure.
I mean, I feel like I come from what you call a family with some military background on both sides, and I have never ever wanted to.
Yeah.
With all the lore of how it's supposed to be brave and honorable and whatever the fuck, I have never wanted to.
Same.
Not one lick.
Mm-mm.
Been at all my grandfather and uncle's funerals where they do the whole salute and the flag, but not for this country. I just think it ain't even hit me like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can help your country in more ways than like helping them kill people.
Right. In the land that
Right.
I'm
gonna work on this home front.
Right.
I'm gonna work on this side.
You could come up. I saw this one comedian, and he was saying like, if you want to help your country, you should learn math. He's like, all you guys want to do is die for your country because dying is easy, but you don't want to learn math.
You should learn history. That is what people need, is history.
The right history, though.
Right. Oh, that's true. The right history.
I sent that to one of my cousins who's like, would be like supportive of going to the military. They didn't say much.
Of course not.
What's going on in your own gay lives? Any other gay things that happened with you?
Nothing.
I did something pretty gay this weekend, which is I held my dog's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty gay. Actually, my fiance did most of the heavy lifting because we kept going back and forth if we were even going to be able to like do one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, we don't have money to be doing a dog birthday right now with how much I'm not working, and this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So we originally were just like, okay, we'll just have people with the doggy friends come over, and we're like have like a dog moment, like all the doggies can run around. And so we had all her dog friends come, and her dog cousins. There was like 1, 2, 3, 4 dogs besides my dog at this dog party. So it was quite a dog party. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then
Had a VIP list.
And then all of a sudden, my fiance decided that this was going to be the moment that his mother and my dad meet.
What?
And I was like, what the hell?
Not at the dog birthday.
He just told you that was going to happen?
Yeah, he was like, I invited my mom, and I was like, oh, okay, so it's happening. And I was like, is she coming? And he's like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay. But the only problem is that she speaks mainly Spanish,
mm-hmm.
and my family speaks mainly English. And so we also invited another
translator.
Essentially, we invited my fiance's friend's mom, who speaks Spanish, so she could be her like friend at the party.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay. So then it became like, yeah.
No,
so
right.
then so I was like, okay. All of a sudden, this dog party is like bumping now. I was like, there's like some people here at this dog party.
Right? Was it at a?
This is at my dad's house.
Oh, okay.
So it was cute. Dog birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty gay.
That is pretty gay.
Yeah.
But it actually like how the trans person in the army was saying that in these dark times we have to celebrate and remember the good time celebrations.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this dog party is going to be one of these like good memories.
Joy
in the dark times.
Joy during fascism.
Mm-hmm. A dog's birthday.
I think the only thing that I did that was somewhat, well, I mean, I was at the bars, of course, regardless. However, I was at a sports bar watching the Final Four, and I seen this guy, and I was like, oh shit, like he's attractive, and I like his style, and I'm saying this to myself, right? And I'm like, damn. I was like, you know what? I told myself I'm just gonna continue to love and live life to the fullest. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go and introduce myself. He looked like a straight man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's tatted up head to toe, gauges in his ear, and just like, boom. So I'm like, oh shit. So I mean, but he was smaller than me, so I was like, if he pop off, I'm able to,
You like those alternative types.
I do like alternative types. Yeah.
Spicy boys.
So I was like, but by this time I already took a couple of edibles and had some shots. It was like, let me just sit down and not right. I was like, I got into my head. Come to find out that I literally talked to a friend and they was like, oh my God, like I seen, like they showed, because I was describing it to them. And it was like, oh, like I seen them at the bar last night. And I was like, which bar? They was like, the gay bars on Broadway. I said, what? See, like I fucking I fucked up my own blessing. So like that just shows to like, you know what? sometimes we putting ourselves in the way and blocking our own blessing and shit.
That's true.
So if I see him again, we
you
shall
have to
see.
assume every straight man could be turned gay.
Well, he wasn't straight. He was gay.
Well, I'm just saying.
So
you
that's
didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but then also I could have known that if I just
You could have
went to say what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Which was basically, hey, my name is Walter.
Edit that.
Edit that. But like, hey, my name is Christophe. What's your name? Happy Sunday. I just, like your style. Boom. And that was going to be it. Now, whatever he would have replied with would have been how it played out. Because he probably would be like, oh, like, thank you.
Well,
I know for next time.
Next time.
Now you have reconnaissance information.
Yeah. But I also feel here in Long Beach that it's less likely to find straight men in gay bars than like WeHo. So I feel like any man in the bar.
I'll see what you're saying. But I wasn't at a gay sports bar.
Oh.
Right.
Never mind.
But I mean, granted, every sports bar in Long Beach damn near is. Got a few of them sprinkling through the bitch.
Do the gays love sports here in Long Beach?
I mean, just neighborhood bars instead of having to come all the way down to like Broadway bars and whatnot.
That makes sense.
Just go get drinks at your neighborhood bar. But yeah, that was my little gay thing. But I think I also like, since when this come out is going to be the month of April, they're going to have another big gay picnic in like April 18th, I think.
Okay, nice.
So
check it out, y'all.
Put that on y'all calendars.
April 19th.
Oh, April 19th.
Big gay pink. Big gay picnic. Food. Friends, music, and sunshine. Bring the crew, the blanket, food and drinks. A fabulous gay time in the park. All are welcome.
See, go find that queer joy.
What was the thing that you had said? And it said something about ball?
Oh, well, the House of Long Beach.
And I was like, is this like pose ball? Like we're going to have a real ball?
Let's see. The House of Long Beach, as part of the Long Beach Pride Festival, are throwing a Kiki ball. So we're back again at Long Beach Pride Festival with another Kiki ball. Save the date, Sunday, 5/17/25. Details are coming soon, so if y'all are interested, check out House of Long Beach. They're a local house. They put on classes where they teach you how to Vogue. Nino and I have taken a few of their crash courses. Don't ask us to show what we learned, but we did it.
It was so fucking fun.
It was fun. I really enjoyed
it again. That's why I'm like, is this Kiki ball? What does that mean? Is that just like a dance party?
No, I think it's going to be like a ball with categories. So people are going to come and walk to categories.
I am like...
So like a real like Paris is Burning type of moment, I would imagine.
While I wish I would perform in a category, I am nowhere near... I would be like laughed out.
No, why don't you do like...
That would be like
Butch
that...
Mask, like Construction Daddy.
Oh.
But don't talk. But you're not to because you're walking.
Exactly.
That's what
maybe I could do that. But because like whenever I see these videos of like people doing like those like ball dancing, and it's always like some sappy ass white guy who's like moving all slow and just like laughing the fuck out at them. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want that to be me.
But like I think because from what he's saying is like these is going to be more like categories like serving realness or like fish. So it's like you could probably pull off. Not probably. You can pull off construction realness. What would you be? What category would you be in, Dr. Mikey?
Oh my God, I don't know.
Face category?
Face. Imagine.
Serving face.
Serving face.
What would you do?
Child, I'm going to sit in the audience and I'm going to be on the judge panel.
Oh my God. I would love to do that too, actually.
I'll be on the judge panel.
I know. I'll be the guest judge.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But it's really cute. Have y'all been to a ball before?
No.
I don't. I have never actually been to one.
Yeah, I went to one in New York.
When you was in New York? Nice.
Yeah, they were doing a rank vote ball. So they're teaching people about rank voting because at the time it was right before. I was there the weekend of the mayor vote where Mondami won.
Okay.
So they're teaching people how to rank vote and telling them about politicians, and they like did categories. It was really, really cool. Like the outfits were on point. There was one guy that was like Edward Scissorhand, but it was like an elevated, like even better than what Edward Scissorhand looked like. It was really cool. I suggest if y'all have opportunity to go check out Ball, go observe, go be respectful.
Want to. But then, like, I heard it's expensive to attend, right? Or is it just basically like going to the club?
I think
like
probably like going to a club. Fee? Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same amount. And this one that is attached to Pride, so and Pride I think is actually in Pride for this Kiki Ball. So if y'all go to Pride, check it out. It's probably in there.
When we have to show our Pride support and our Pride joy and love.
I want to do another class.
Let's do it. Yeah.
You can't see us. We're posing.
Voguing, darling.
I'm sorry, voguing. Is there any other gay things that happened?
You know what? I really don't even want to talk about this. I really don't, because I don't want to give this bitch no kind of like
nothing.
But did y'all see that shit about Christophe Noam's husband?
Oh yeah,
with these big fat
titties.
F titties plates and shit. So apparently, I guess somebody said that I heard that he basically was paying a workers, like somebody, like he was doing this and sending it to like a lady, and that lady so happened to be an immigrant, and so she released it, and I was like, "Ain't that
about a bitch?
About a bitch."
Not your own shit coming back to get you.
Got him.
Damn. But I mean, like, damn. How embarrassing for you, girl.
Like, you lost your job and you lost your man? Well, I guess, I don't know if they're going to be still together, but she broke her silence, and I didn't even want to read it. It's been coming up in, like, chat groups, and, like, I'm like, I just see it like, yeah, I don't give y'all no time of day.
I feel the issue isn't that he cross-dressed or paid for anything. I think the issue is you did that and your stance is clearly against that.
Right.
You know, it goes back to just being a hypocrite. You know, like these Republicans on Grindr during these Republican national meetings, like
sitting there rolling back the fucking rights that the shit you're trying to do.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
Literally.
And this almost goes back to just like that motherfucking Jaden dude. See how his character was before? His character is going to be the same afterwards. But he already got Christ in his life, so he already done fucked up.
I wonder how he's dealing with this husband. I wonder what he thinks. Everyone's so worried about what his wife is thinking.
Right? Isn't the misogyny of it all?
It's all about him. Dang. Bimbofication. We should do an episode on
Bimbofication.
I love it.
Trying to see, do I know any?
That's funny. Yeah, when I first saw that, I first thought it was like fake. I was like, what?
I thought it was AI too. Like something like, okay.
I said, how ridiculous.
It would never.
Could not be real. But it was. What a delightful treat. This is another one of those, like, you gotta take a moment to enjoy the delightful treats. This is one of them. Hopefully more to come. Dang. Really with egg on your face.
Damn.
Yeah. It makes me think of like what other things people have in their closet.
Right?
The whole cabinet.
The whole, yeah.
Like,
whole government.
and this is just her husband. So just imagine what the motherfuckers who's up there holding real power doing.
Fact so.
Better give us our rights back. Any other gay news? Any other gay thoughts?
No.
I think I was trying to remember if I had anything, but I don't. I think everything has already passed. Because wait, when was Long Beach? Oh, that was this weekend, wasn't it? Like the Trans Visibility Day. Well, I guess that was today, but I thought they was gonna have like a little shindig.
Oh, Sometimes they do at was it Bixby Park, Cherry Park? Yeah. No, I can't think of anything else.
Protect the dolls.
Facts.
Save the dolls.
Well, if that's it for all of us here, I'd like to thank myself, Nino, Dr. Mikey, and Christophe from all of us here at the Queer OBC. You're good enough. You're smart enough. And doggone it, people like you. Good night.
Sleep tight.
Don't let the gay bugs let them bite.
Don't let the gay bugs bite. Good night. Night.